What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Good Success Quick Tips. Today, for our quick tips, is the importance of automation. Now, we do have a couple podcasts and blogs about this, and David did both of those. So, David's our automation guru, and we're excited to have him on here. He's going to give you a few quick tips on the importance of automation and how it could benefit you.
Awesome. Glad to be here, Josh. Usually I'm doing the book review Friday, so this is nice.
Nobody's seeing your face on the podcast.
Sorry. Okay, let's talk about automation. I like talking about this because this is usually a buzzword out in the industry, because automation doesn't just apply to real estate. Automation applies to every type of business. And if you could, as the audience right now, think about who probably has the best automation system out there. And if you were to guess, I'm sure a couple big companies came to your mind, but one of the ones that I want to hit on first is probably McDonald's. And I know McDonald's has taken a bigger rap today than they were probably in the 90s when I was first, that's when I was born in the 90s. But they literally have a system that's automated so a 16-year-old can step in there and do a job. They need managers, and the managers, of course, have to be higher level, but the 16-year-old it's their first job. What do you think of when you do a first job? It's probably something like that, where it's a fast food restaurant or something where they
that's automated.
Exactly, something that's automated that they can step right into and learn those skills to be able to, progress in their life. But the biggest picture of that is that automation was able to allow the 16-year-old to go out there and do something that maybe in another company they wouldn't be able to do, like a startup, because they don't have automation right then and there, because they're figuring out their processes, their systems right up front. Well, a good company is figuring out those things up front, so that way they can scale up to those big businesses. So the first thing is it's what takes a mom and pop shop and turns it into what could be a franchise. So a franchise is like Papa John's, McDonald's, Subway, a lot of those restaurants and things like that. There's even real estate franchises out there like the We Buy Ugly Houses, who might be competition for us, but they have a franchise model because they've automated so many of their processes and systems that, like I said before, you can take someone who's younger, maybe not as experienced, and you can just put them into that system, and someone like that can even thrive in a system like that has a lot of automation built into it. So it's a little bit harder to mess up. Yes, you have the human factor there, so you definitely are always going to need to have the right people in the right seat, but you can probably have lesser skilled people if you have a lot of the more complicated processes automated for you. Then the second thing I would say is a personal question to you out there. What are you doing over and over that you can automate in your business, whatever it is? What can you automate, and what can you do in order to have something that could be more efficient in your life? That's a big thing that we've kind of gone to in Good Success and HouseMart, is that we really want to automate our processes so we can be more efficient, so we can scale up. That's how we were able to do 300 deals last year, is because we had a system that was automated to be able to handle that much with the staff that we had. Other than that, we would have had to hire so many people that wouldn't even have been profitable to do 300 deals in a year if you don't have something like a system or automation or anything like that. So what are you doing daily that you can automate? It could be those simple tasks as putting something in this spreadsheet and then you move it to that spreadsheet. It's just those little things, and you say, well, that doesn't take me a lot of time. Well, just think about it. If you want to be a huge business, is what you're doing right then the actions that would take you to be that big business? So automation plays a huge part in that, in allowing you to scale up. And then the last thing I want to say is automation really is a mindset. So automation is not just for your business, but what can you automate in your life? Like, a lot of people out there have personal emails. So email is one of those things that you could probably automate in your life that you're not doing today, because email is usually very reactionary. Someone sends you an email, you need to respond. Well, I like in the 4-Hour Workweek is a book, and in that book, I'm even getting on the book
You're going back to your book review.
Yeah. In the 4-Hour Workweek, he really teaches about how you can even automate something as simple as your email by sending out the autoresponders all the time, and then just having certain times that you look at your email, but most of the other times people are either getting autoresponders sent to them or something like that. But just how like I was saying, it's a mindset. What can you automate that you don't like doing? Some people love looking at their email. I'm not one of those people, but there are probably some things in your life you don't like doing that you do over and over and over again. How can you automate that? Now, there are tools out there, like for business solutions that are out there for businesses. Like Podio is what we use for our company, and a lot of other real estate companies use Podio, but that's just one tool with the automation tools behind the system of Podio to be able to automate just those simple tasks, but also more complicated tasks, like sending a contract via Write Signature or something for someone to sign electronically and it comes back automatically. There's just a lot of different things like that you can automate inside of a business. So those are just some quick tips of what automation really is and the importance of automation. It's really what takes your business from being a mom and pop shop to being able to be scalable and not only do more, but produce more, have a happier life, a fuller life, so that way you can get more done with less time. And that's, in this modern age, that's what technology is supposed to do for us. So we need to harness that technology for good so that we can actually have that more time for our families and whatever is important to you. So I mean, automation unlocks a lot of that. And I really love speaking about automation, if you can't tell, because I love the capabilities and the possibilities there are for automating a process or automating a certain thing, so that way you can, like I said, go out and do what you enjoy. So.
Awesome stuff. Some great tips on automation. Thanks, Dave, for being on here.
Yeah.
And we do have some podcasts and blog posts about automation. I'll leave those linked below for you guys so you can check them out. A lot more content on automation. So that's going to do it for today's episode of Quick Tips. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.